Hello, Unkindness crew, and welcome back to another video. Today we're playing the spiciest list that has come out of the World Magic Champions. It is Golgari Oro. We're playing best of one today because I've been playing a lot of best of three, and all it is the new Izzet lesson deck. So I want to play this deck to have a little fun, but let's get into it. At our one drop, we have Gene Pollinator, tap another permanent, make a mana of any color. Land anywhere else, Deep Cavern Bat, look at your opponent's hand. You may exile non-land card from it until this leaves the battlefield. Lively Dirge, search your library for a card and put in your graveyard, then shuffle. And then Spree 2, return up to 2 creature cards with total mana value 4 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Great way we can find Ouroboroid. Shoot the Sheriff is a really strong black removal. There's not that many outlaws in the current meta. Knock on wood, Pollinator, and Elf, so we gotta play Badgermole. This is one of the most broken cards on the new set. This card is fantastic. We're playing one of Keen-Eye Curator, a way that we can have a main board answer to eat at the graveyard. We can find it with Lively Dirge, and we can also find it with our 4 copies of Nature's Rhythm. Search your library for a creature card with mana value X or less and put it on the battlefield. Then shuffle with Harmonize. And then more mana dorks with Leyline Weaver. At the 3 drop, we have Tybar. This is one of we can search for. Tap another creature, give indestructible, and a way to pump up our team. One of Selesnya Archivist. When this creature enters, choose one, return target card with mana value 4 or greater from your graveyard to your hand, or exile target artifact or enchantment, so a way we can get back Ouroboroid, or a way we can deal with main board artifact or enchantment issues. Ouroboroid, the namesake card of this deck. Beginning your combat, you turn, put X/1/1 counters on each creature you control, where X is this creature's power. A one of Fawn's Bane Troll. This creature enters, create a monster roll attached to it, +1/+1 and trample. Pay 1, sacrifice an or attach this creature. It fights target creature you don't control. That creature would die exiled instead, which is really cool. I'm excited to play with this card. We have 3 Overlord. Whenever this permanent enters or attacks, mill 4 cards, and you may return a non-avatar creature or planeswalker card from your graveyard to your hand. Spicy one of Ko, the Face Stealer. When it enters, exile 1 target creature. Whenever another non-token creature dies, you may exile it, and then pay 1 life. It has all activated and triggered abilities of the last chosen card, which is great. In sideboard today, we have some Intimidation Tactics for those artifact decks, Torpor Orb for the infinite combos. Fenrir is a great one of Ramp. I love this card. Overlord, because if we're in a grindy matchup, Overlord is great. The rest for those heavy spell matchups, Storekeeper, another Torpor Orb effect that we can search for with Nature's Rhythm. Pal Patch Formation, just a way to draw a card or kill a creature with flying or destroy target enchantment. Raider is a fun spice, uncommon in the sideboard. When it enters, target opponent reveals their hand. You choose an instant sorcery from it. That player discard. One of cert card that we can Thoughtseize our opponent's hand. Another one of Wrench to look at the top 9 cards of a target opponent's library, and we get to take 2. And then one of Bossing Say, in case it's like a heavy control matchup. Bossing Say is really nice because we can start earthbending our land. Don't forget to subscribe today, and we're going to get some best of one action. Go first. It's a little slow. We can try it with that. Your eyed. Just playing very fair magic this way. And see what my opponent's doing. A lot of pain. I'm going to take the removal spell. 3 Bloodletters of Aclazot. Okay, we'll just play our mana dork. Holding priority, does that mean they have a removal spell? Ew. Wow, okay. In phase 2, we'll play Keen-Eye, which will probably die on their turn. If they just slam Holy Annex, we can play Ouroboroid and get both of our creatures out of range. They're nowhere to run. If they play Bloodletter here, we can shoot the Sheriff. Pump up the team and get freaky. Ouroboroid, doing Ouroboroid things. I'll take it. Go first with a double Badgermole hand. This hand might be ridiculous. Or we get blown out, one of the two. Let's find out. Get my mana dork on 1. Thundering Falls, so they're probably control. Badger Mole Marsh into Badger Mole Forest. Who needs? We need land, not eyes at the fly. That's their first white source. I think I want to attack like I'm playing around split up. What would be the worst for split up? Before. Dude, this is the way. Try it like this. There's the untapped source. Star Cage. That's even worse. There goes my entire board. Black. Tapped and pass. Get in like this. I don't want to pump. I don't want to pump Tyvar because with a reaction there, they could have just killed my board. Or done something like that. So pumping was not lethal there. I hope you can hear that sigh. That's... Yes, this is a Badger Mole. Can you stop a Badger Mole with 2-star cages, or do you die? Welcome to the new meta. Go first. Try it. Turn 1, Sheriff Pollinator turn 2. Might be too slow. Other things to tap. This probably means they're on control, so there's no reason to hold up shoot the Sheriff. Relic. They're on Relic. You need to get out as fast as possible. This Ouroboroid gets counter. We got a bash. So they're playing probably the Jeskai artifacts deck, and it's a race. Can this get artifacts? No, it's just target creature. Our hand is pretty bad against their deck. Tireless Snow on Ouroboroid. Yep. Oh, that's decent. We're gonna exile the snare. Get Ouroboroid trigger. Go beatdowns. Even if they have snare, they're still dead on board. They have the 3 other Star Cage, then they're still dead on board. Phone scoops it up. Times Ouroboroid going too fast. Goes first. I like this hand as a way to interact some mana dorks and Ouroboroid. Hopefully my opponent is not on control. Starting town's a good sign. Ooh, might be the mirror. Starting town's okay. Collector's Cage. Ooh. Still think it's worth playing Weaver first. Passing. Weaken Nature's Rhythm, kill Cage. Or we can fight our opponent's creatures. Opponent's playing Scavengers. I'm Ouroboroid here. I should have played Starting Town because I'd play untapped here. We can just pass from here, keeping up Shoot the Sheriff. About that. Control 3 more creatures with different powers. Got results. Rip, okay. Yeah. I don't get these cards for free. I'm okay with taking 5 here. Question is, do I just get Ouroboroid, or do I get a way to kill their cards? Bedroom here. Speed downs. I was thinking of getting the loot creature, but I was one short to kill one of these cages, or I could have killed one of the golems before drop that exiles target artifact or enchantment. Elspeth, okay.
The real battle
Gonna go wide. What are we gonna do? Or a Ouroboroid, but
Ready arms.
yeah. I don't know. Good game. Go first. An interaction way to find Ouroboroid 2 ways. Yeah, we can try it. Also find Badger Mole with the first rhythm. Like it's mono red good stuff. A lot of goblins. A lot of goblins. Untap. Let's get Badger Mole here. And this way we can play our Ether Weaver. Pass. For her challenger, yeah. I think I can. Good. Oh, upshoot the sheriff. Next. Get a lot of value here, which is scary. Yep. The slick shot. Okay. Good for us. Bad boys, go get another Ouroboroid. Cool. Tap these things. And double trigger. And I'm swinging like this. I guess I could have swung with one more, force them to block. But I died of double burn spell anyways. They've already shown me a bolt weave. Challenger, yep. We have 5 blockers. Good. combat and had lethal, right? Going with the big boys. That's satisfying to you, it's satisfying for me. On to the next game. I go first. He's pretty good. Pollinator, Overlord. Pollinator. Like it's controlled. We find something juicy. Okay. Play our elf. Next turn we can play Badger Mole or Ouroboroid, but it kind of goes right into their counters. See if they let it resolve. They let this resolve. I'm gonna go find a bat. That getting exiled, it hurts a lot. And I can't recast it from the graveyard, I guess that's a downside. You're not just jamming Ouroboroid there. Ways to search. Ouroboroid. Ouroboroid. And they pretty much need Wrath of God right now. They slam that as hard as they possibly could. Now the downside of our Harmonized spell getting countered. Matchup's a lot better in sideboard, but we're only playing best one today, so. Gotta get lost. Got more counter. Brother. Ah, eat. Combat. Bat. I think I like bat here. And nothing is ever going to resolve. Good to know. Creature sorcery. Alright. Force them to do something. You're gonna look at potential 3 cards here. It's Wrath or bust territory. Unfortunately, our Overlord impended at the wrong time for a top deck Wrath here. If they have a split up, I still like our odds having 4 maps on board. Fine. I'm gonna force lethal. An opponent scoops it up. Didn't find it. On the next game. Hit this hand. And if they dork, depending on what land they play, I'm gonna decide between Bat and Weaver. Or maybe Weaver's just better to get Ouroboroid down. Yeah, then with the green source out, this is probably best. Badger more. Ouroboroid triggers and beatdowns. We're on the play, so we get the Ouroboroid first, which might be to our advantage. Yep, there's their Ouroboroid. We're off to the races. We get our second Ouroboroid, and that might be enough. Flavor straw difference, I'll take it. On to the next one. What's first? I like this. We get the Badger Cub Dream. And player Manadork. Ooh, Ouroboroid and Nature's Rhythm, so we don't. It's decent. On a black. Okay. I'm gonna play removal.deck again, probably. Play a land. It's on the swamp. And pass. Wouldn't mind them tapping out here. Nope, they're just ramping. Into what is the question? Into more removal. Yeah, you got it. Really messes up our turns, doesn't it? This is a really bad turn 3 for us. Because they had runner removal. And now we're starting to worry about Ugin territory. Oh, we just slam Ouroboroid. Next turn we can bind another Ouroboroid. Or we can get a way to get rid of this Ritual Chamber. That might be the answer, to get rid of Ritual Chamber. Because this game is going to get away from us. Cards they draw. Wow. Problem. Force more Ouroboroids. And if they have 2 points of removal, this can get scary. Intimidation tactics whiffs, which is really good for us. Maybe the Dirge can get an Ouroboroid back. It's dead on board now. Aren't you just dead now? Swing for a lot of damage. Surprised they didn't have removal there, but I'll take it. On to the next one. Go first. Got Manadorks into Ouroboroid. That's what this deck does, right? So we're gonna keep it. Gene Pollinator. Ooh, it's the lesson deck. Okay. So we're gonna try to get really wide, really fast, before the lesson deck starts doing shenanigans. I really hope they tap out here, because then our Ouroboroid's safe. But it's not likely that will happen. Still really good for us. They bounced Lantern Wells. We can't play Ouroboroid. Asia Town. Okay. We are free to start being really annoying. And we can be safe for a minute. Not too worried about it. Next turn we can... We have enough for Nature's Rhythm? No, we're short 1 mana. Another Ouroboroid. Talent making more honors, pretty good. I don't think I block. My board is going to be extremely large, right? Cavern Bat. Take a look at their hand. Ooh, that is a terrible hand for them. Not going to block with Ouroboroid ever in this matchup. And our deep Cavern Bat can gain some life here, which is really nice. We can now Nature's Rhythm. Oh, don't have 3 lessons, so this is good for us. We'll just block Granny. Or Boomerang Basics, yep. Now they have 3 lessons in the graveyard. Dang. Pretty good set of draws. They're going really wide. But they're still kind of dead to this bat and on board. On to the next one. Not with this hand. Hand looks a lot better. Throw away. There, Manador can pass. Neat rip. Yep. We're against control. How exciting. Land and pass. We're not against control. Not what I expected. Go get myself a mana dork here. Kind of start to go wide. Because we're going to do Ouroboroid shenanigans here soon. It's a Flyers deck, okay. Sweet. For the team a little bit. Next turn we can find another Ouroboroid or find a bat with Nature's Rhythm. Maybe that might be best. Lively Dirge can go find 2 bats. Flying blockers. That might be our answer here. Five mana. Gonna go find that. Oh, I meant to get... I thought it's 2 creatures, but... Tapland doesn't mean they can play Darkstar for... Oh, they can because of Momo. That's really good. Momo's getting big. Tap this. Another Ouroboroid. If they have a removal spell, then I just die, so I need to swing. Wow, they whiffed a lot there. Finding 2 lands off Augur is pretty good. Azorius. Need to find 2 more flying creatures for Momo. And it's lethal. 1. That counts because they took damage. Wow. Okay. So my mistake there is I probably should have just got another Ouroboroid instead of Cavern Bat and raced. I go first. We can keep this. We can turn Badger Mole into Badger Mole next turn. Hopefully we don't get punished. Let's find out if we do. I have a ton of mana next turn. So I'm going to deep Cavern Bat first, just to see what's going on. Oh my goodness. So we just need to go for it. The next turn we have to pump with Tybar to kill them. Yep, they're looking for another white source. And 4, 8, 11, yeah, they're dead. Ooh, gotta race the controlled Gandalf. A little right up at the very end. If you haven't fallen asleep yet, thank you for hanging on this long and making it to the end. We went 12-5 in my matches today in a best-of-1 format, and I feel like this deck is solid for a best-of-3. Our main losses came from our opponents playing Gandalf decks, playing multiple Pinnacle Star Cages, and Ultimas. Take advantage of going Wrath, Wrath, Wrath is something this deck kind of has a problem with until you get to the sideboard. So as long as you're okay with concession main board losing to Gandalf and having a really good sideboard with a lot of duresses, a lot more hand hate, then this deck is made for you. It's going all in on the Ouroboroid plan because this is one of the best cards in this format. It hits the board, you have to answer it immediately, or you just win the game. Probably is gonna get banned soon, or Badger Mole, one of the two, but this card is way too powerful and way too strong. So as long as this deck doesn't see a format full of Pinnacle Star Cages, this deck is fantastic. I think this was a great call for the World Championship, and honestly, this is a great call for you to play locally at your local shops at like F&M, or just grinding the arena ladder. This deck is great, this deck is solid, and this is maybe the better version of Ouroboroid deck over Simic, because Simic is more trying to go wide, and this deck does go wide, but also has interaction. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy holidays.